creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart.
Hey yo, welcome back. Today I'm going to be starting off using my Stila One Step Correct Primer on a flat buffer brush from Zoeva. This is the 104. This primer is just going to correct any sallowness, dullness, or hyperpigmentation that I have around my face. And I have a lot of that around my face to the point where it is my face. Like, it's all over my face. And it's just going to clear up my skin tone and make a better base for my foundation. Now, before anyone accuses me of trying to make myself look whiter, I'm now the same color as my hand, which was the goal. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my favorite foundation. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm just going to first dot it onto my face. I use the shade Honey just for reference, and I use the same brush from Zoeva. This is 104 Buffer to just buff that in. I couldn't find my beauty blender tonight, so I challenged myself to do my makeup without my beauty blender. And I'm kind of impressed with the results. I love the beauty blender, but I don't really like being so dependent on anything. Now I'm going to use a tinted eyebrow gel just to lock my brow hairs in place. I put 1 drop of Inglot Duraline into my Anastasia dipbrow because it's drying up. And I'm just going to speed run you through my eyebrows. I'm hoping to have a tutorial on how to do them a little bit more in depth up fairly soon. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to sort out some technical issues. To clean up my eyebrows and prep my eyelids, I'm going to be using the EbonyCosmetics HD Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. And I'm just going to put that right underneath my brow, not on the top. I'm going to use that right underneath to clean up my eyebrows and prep my eyelids for eye makeup. I don't always clean up the top of my brows, but if I do, I prefer to use foundation because I don't want the top of my brow to be lighter than my face. I'm also going to take this concealer underneath my eyes to conceal my eye bags. Because I wasn't going to use the beauty blender, I wanted to keep the blending minimal, so I tried to use as little face product as possible but still get the look that I wanted. So I highlight and I conceal my eye bags with the same concealer. I love this concealer. You guys need to try it. It's so affordable and so amazing. And then I use the same Zoeva brush, this is again the 104, to just blend that in. Then, using a large powder brush from Zoeva, I take my RCMA No Color powder and just set everywhere that I just put that concealer on, so it does not budge around or crease. The brush is the 106 powder brush. Then, using the 227V brush from Zoeva and the Dark Cocoa from the Cocoa Contour Kit by Too Faced, I'm just going to map out where my contour is going to go. Normally when I'm contouring, I use medium cocoa from the palette, but today I just wanted to use dark cocoa to kind of map it out. And then using the 128 cream cheek brush, I'm going to contour using medium cocoa. I know this is supposed to be a brush for creams and, you know, like blush, I guess, but I really like using this brush to contour because it has a really nice angle, but it's not too angled, and it's super fluffy and really, really soft. Using the same powder brush, this is the 106, I'm just going to dust off that powder and use it to set the rest of my face. That dimmed out my contour a little bit more, so I'm going to take the same cream cheek brush, the 128, and just go over my contour a little bit. The thing that I love about this contour product is that the shade Medium Cocoa is the perfect color for me. Even if I apply 10 kgs of this on my face, it's still not too dark or too heavy. Then I just go ahead and contour my nose, and here I'm about to try something new that I've never done before on my channel, where I'm going to be taking the contour up into my brow bone and then into a really subtle cut crease. So you see the shadow that my brow bone casts up in my crease. I'm just going to contour that and accentuate it with this powder. I'm using the 227V brush again, and I'm making sure to define the outer part of the crease. Well, yeah, the outer part of the cut crease, just underneath my brow bone. And I'm making sure to keep it in one motion so you can really see how it makes my nose look more defined, and it also makes my brow bone look a little bit more defined. It just makes my face look more symmetrical and more equal, more balanced. Then using the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, this is again in the shade Pure Beige, I'm going to clean up what I did on my eyes. It's gonna give me a really subtle cut crease that you can only really see when I close my eyes. When I open my eyes, it just looks like I have a really prominent brow bone, and it's gonna make my eyes look a little bit more deep set. If you have hooded eyes or monolids, this is definitely something you want to try. It's gonna make you look like you have more lid space than you do. Then using the same concealer, I just put it down the sides of my nose to make my nose look a little bit thinner too. And then I just blend both of those out. Now I'm using Pop of Light from the Cocoa Contour Kit to add a little bit of shimmer to my lid. Unfortunately, it wasn't too shimmery and the camera didn't pick it up as well, but it looked kind of shimmery and pretty in person. I went in with some mascara, and now I'm going to do the rest of my face routine before applying lashes. Here I'm using a really pretty pink color from the e.l.f. blush palette in dark. And when I keep the eyes fairly neutral, what I like to do is go all the way overboard for blush till it looks like someone's been slapping me for 6 hours straight. And then I use my powder brush to kind of just bring it a little bit down to earth and pick up the product so it looks just right. It doesn't look like too much product and it doesn't look like too little. Then using my glow kit from Anastasia, I'm using the shades Sunburst and Bubbly. I'm going to be highlighting. I like highlighting a lot. Now to finish off my eyes, I'm going to use a kohl pencil. This is by Avon. And I'm just going to get that as close as I can to my top lash line. It's really important that you use a kohl pencil and not a liquid liner or a gel liner. And then using this detail brush from Zoeva with no product on it, I'm just going to smudge that liner where it is on the top lash line in the outer corner of my bottom lash line. And I'm also going to extend it outwards to create a wing. How far out you extend it depends on how long you want your wing to be, and I don't really want my wing to be that long, so I'm just going to do that. I'm not picking up any excess product at all because I want it to be a very smoky, barely there kind of wing. For lashes, I'm going to be using these ones from Vegas named Eylure. I love dramatic lashes, so I put these on, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And then I go on with a little bit more mascara on my bottom lashes because they need help. For my lips, I'm wearing Colourpop Ultra Matte Lips in Avenue. I'm using that to line my lips first. And then using the actual liquid lipstick, I'm going over the perimeters of my lips. And then using Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Beso, I'm just filling in the inner part. This gives me a really nice subtle red ombre that I really like. I love wearing this lipstick out. I'm putting a little bit more Avenue right on top because I want it to be a bit of a deeper red today. And then I clean up the sides of my face with concealer. And here's the finished look up until now. Now I'm going to show you how I drew in fake freckles. All you're going to need is first this Brow Wiz from Anastasia. I'm using the shade Ebony. And I'm going to put in the first layer of the freckles. I'm just going to make small circular motions, just twist the pencil on my face. And you want to be totally random with this. I'm just putting that under my eyes, on my cheeks, and on my nose because that's where I want my freckles to be. You can create clusters of the freckles put together, and some areas where there's no freckles. It's really random, so just try and go with the flow. You don't have to keep equal spaces between them at all. I think that's the beautiful thing about freckles, that everyone's freckles are very unique and there's no two people with the exact same freckles. So that's the first layer done, and then now I'm using her dip brow in Ebony also, and I'm going to start making some of those freckles darker and start adding some more. And this is going to be the second layer. It's going to give a little bit more dimension to the freckles, because some freckles are always darker and some freckles are always lighter than the others. So it's just going to give a little dimension to the freckles. For the third layer, I'm just using the powder brush with no extra product on it to kind of give a skin-like feel to the freckles and to make them look like they're on my skin. Well, kind of to make them look like they're a part of my skin, not on top of it with makeup. I add some more freckles using the dip brow, and then I set it all. Be careful what products you use this for, because if you're using products that aren't really transfer proof, then while you set it they might budge around, so just have a light hand. And there you go, that's the finished look. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video, my friends. Bye bye.